All right, well, cloud identity and software company Okta is holding its opening keynote of Octane 2022 and its Investor Day today. Yahoo Finance's editor-at-large, Brian Sozzi, is joined by Okta co-founder and CEO Todd McKinnon. Hi.
Thanks so much, Rochelle. All right, Todd, good to see you as always. Octane event, 10th annual, I believe. What's your message to investors off that event?
Well, I think it's a message about a very bright long-term future. Identity is powering so many trends in today's world, whether that's making IT teams super powered and highly productive, whether it's allowing companies to do more with less and balance their investments in what's just keep the lights on versus what's really strategically differentiated for their company. And it really applies to every group in the company, from digital officers to security to information officers, all the way up to the CEO and the board. So an identity-centric strategy is the right way for companies to go forward, and we're bringing that message to the world.
Did you crush passwords out yet? Are we done with passwords?
We're working on it. It's exciting. We announced this morning the latest updates to our FastPass technology, which removes passwords from work. So if you're at work, you still have passwords, we have a better way.
Why do passwords still exist, Todd? And is there a year you could point to, well, this ends? Why am I still using this stuff?
I think we're closer at work because at work there's solutions like Okta that can integrate all the technology together and combine every business app with every piece of cloud infrastructure with the devices people use to scan their fingerprint or their Face ID. And we connect it all together so you can get rid of that password and you can have one touch and be into all your apps at work. And that's what we're focused on, and that's what we're really excited about.
All right, good to hear, and I'm tired of using passwords. I can't deal with it anymore, Todd. Talk to us about the big competition. You guys are going up against some very big names in your industry, Cisco, you name it. Talk to us about the competitive environment as we look towards next year.
Well, if you look at the evolution of the identity industry, we are the leading independent and neutral player in this market. And the history of the industry is previously it was owned by monolithic stacks. You had your on-premise monolithic stack that delivered you applications and services that ran on your own network, and they also combined identity in there. And now in the cloud world, it's a whole different opportunity because although there still are monolithic stacks, there's so many more choices and so many more innovations coming down the pike that we have the opportunity to bridge the best of both worlds, which is choice and innovation, plus the integration and security that you previously could only get from a monolithic stack.
Talk to us about, last time I saw you, I believe, was at the Goldman Sachs conference in September. How would you frame customer demand today versus a couple months ago?
Well, I think like every company in the world and every organization in the world, we are in a new economic reality. A year ago, it was zero interest rates, free money, and companies were making all kinds of investments. Companies are making sure that those investments are focused on what's really going to move the needle for them. And Okta is no different. We're looking at all of our investments and making sure that we're doubled down on our top strategic priorities. And companies are doing the same thing. And what we're seeing in the market is that identity rises above the bar, whether it's helping them use more of the cloud, which lets them trade off capital expenses for variable operating expenses, whether it's the consistent high bar of security, or whether it's helping them transform digitally and making sure that they can leap ahead of their competitors by innovating as every other competitor is pulling back. And as we run Okta, it's also very important as well. We are doubling down on our strategy to build the primary cloud around identity. And we're doing that with distinct focus on both the workforce identity market with our workforce identity cloud and the customer identity market with our customer identity cloud, purpose-built with a platform that integrates the two, and it solves every use case for our customers from all parts of the company and turns them into this high-powered, competitive participant in their markets.
You've been around the tech industry for a while, Todd. What is going on here? Every day we're getting more announcements of layoffs, Meta, Snap, Salesforce, you name it. What is going wrong here? Are we near a bottom, and when does it all improve?
I think that companies are making sure they're doubling down on what makes them unique and what are their unique capabilities. And I think when money was free over the past couple of years, the alternative was zero interest rates. So why not try to invest in a bunch of things? But now that money is not free, every company is making sure that what they're focusing on is going to have the highest ROI to their business, strategically differentiating things. And that's bringing companies to what I think is frankly a more healthy focus as to what's going to make them different long terms. and not be undifferentiated work they don't have to do. If you look at our customers, many of them are building identity themselves, especially on the customer identity cloud side. Developers are spending all this time and all this effort building identity when they don't have to. They can use a product like Okta and spend their time making their product more differentiated from their competition, because every hour spent on identity for them is an hour not spent on innovation. And that's what we're trying to get the message out, that there is a better way.
Does gridlock in government in the wake of the midterm elections, does that help or hurt Okta?
I think government is a big area of focus for us. And we talked about how macroeconomic concerns don't change the risk or the opportunity around security. The same thing is in government. Every government agency knows that they have to be secure. They know the risks are high, and they know that they can do that more effectively by being more identity-centric, whether it's things like the presidential order that requires agencies to have multi-factor authentication, or there's whole parts of governments that are our government in the U.S. that are working toward getting all these agencies to have a better cyber posture. So that's evergreen, important things that are going to keep the nation more secure, keep everything running more efficiently. And it kind of has to go forward regardless of what's going on Election Day.
Good point indeed. I will leave it there. Okta co-founder and CEO Todd McKinnon, always great to get some time with you. Really appreciate it.